we are going to be working on linear inequalities, okay? Now, we've already talked about inequalities back in like chapter 3, okay? But when we looked at it in terms of like on a number line. So now what we're going to do is how do we graph something like this? So when we've got, like I said, yeah, slope and all that, so we're reviewing all that, but also keep in mind that if we multiply by negative, what's going to happen? Flip the sign, okay? So all those rules are going to come back to us today, okay? So let's go up and look at our first example. It says determine whether the ordered pair is a solution of the linear inequality, and so they give you an inequality here. Y is greater than x minus 3, okay? So they want to know, does this work? How do we figure that out? Good, okay? So we're just going to plug in. He's right. Here's your x and here's your y. You're going to plug in and figure out if it's true or false, okay? So 2 is greater than 1 minus 3. So what is 1 minus 3? 2. Negative 2. So is 2 greater than negative 2?
Yeah.
Yes. So check mark. You can put true if you want to put true. You can put is a solution. You can put yes. I don't care how you show me you got this down. Okay? Any of that will work. Okay? I think the book is going to put is a solution and not a solution. I think that's what the book says. But again, anything showing me that you understand that this works is good with me. Okay? All right, go ahead and try B on your own real quick. Let's see what you come up with on 1B there. Okay, so let's kind of look at this. So you can see I already plugged it in. Negative 7 is greater than negative 3 minus 3. Well, what is negative 3 minus 3? Okay, so is negative 7 greater than negative 6?
No.
No. So you can put an X. No. You can put false. Okay, you can even put not a solution. I don't care. Just something that tells me that this does not work. Okay, so something that just shows that this doesn't work. Okay, any questions on that? Fabulous. All right, let's move down to the first graph here. How do we graph y is less than 4? Okay, start at 4 on the x. Well, which one is it?
Y.
Okay, on the y. Remember, guys, that this is just y is less than 0x, right? Plus 4. We've talked about that a lot, okay? So you're going to start up at 4. Okay, slope of 0, what is that going to look like?
Just straight across.
They're all straight lines, guys.
Horizontal.
Horizontal, there we go. Horizontal, they're all straight. Lines are supposed to be straight, okay? So, horizontal line. Now, one of the things we need to talk about, okay, you're going to put a note here in the middle of your 2 grades. If we have less than and greater than, we are going to be what's called we're going to be putting what's called a dotted line. Okay, so dotted line. Okay, and when we have a dotted line, it's just like when we had an open circle, okay? So when we were graphing and we did open circles and we said that wasn't part of the solution. It's the same concept here. If we have a dotted line, that means not part of the solution. Okay? So not part of the solution. All right. If I have less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, that's going to be a solid line. Okay, and that's going to be part of the solution. Okay, so now when I'm looking back at the first example here, is that going to be a solid or dotted line? Dotted, right? No equal sign, okay? So if there's no equal sign, you're going to put a dotted line going across. Arrows are expected, okay? Now, just like when we did inequalities, you guys remember that like when we had like x is less than 3, and we would put 3 on a number line, and we put an open circle, and we would graph, and we would shade to the one direction or the other. Remember that a little bit? Okay, same concept. There's shading here. Anytime you have an an inequality symbol, less than, greater than, basically the time you got that alligator mouth, you better be shading something somewhere. Doesn't matter if it's on a number line, an XY axis, it doesn't matter. An arrow means shade. Okay? So now, whoops, that turned upside down. So now if it says y is less than, where do you think you're going to shade if it says less than?
Bottom.
Yeah, down below, right? Your options are either above or below. Those are your two options. If it's less, less means go down. Okay? So you're going to shade the entire bottom part here. If you're doing it pencil, just nice and easy there. Don't use all your lead up. Okay, so just nice and easy. Shade on one side or the other.
Does it have to be like little lines for the dotted part? Do we have to look it up?
I just something that I can tell it's broken. Okay, just make sure I can tell them. Okay, so now real quick, I got some questions for you. Is this guy right here? Is he a solution? Yes, if it's in the shaded region, he's an answer. Okay, so anything down here in the shaded region are answers. Now think about that for a second. I can put dots all over the place, right? I can even put in all these fractions and decimals inside each box. Okay? This shading, where we've got arrows, the arrows mean it goes out forever and ever and ever. The shading then goes down forever and ever and ever. It doesn't stop. So there's going to be infinite number of solutions here. Solutions will go on forever. Okay? On the flip side, on the top side, where the white part is, first off, do I have answers up here? No. So if I were to put a point up here, we would say, no, this guy doesn't work. Yes, he's happy, he works, he's in the shaded region. He's not so happy because he's not in the shaded region. Okay? But think about it for a second. When I'm thinking about the number of answers that I have that do not work, there's an infinite number of solutions there as well. Because this, again, the arrows mean it goes on forever. So all that shading that we didn't shade goes up forever and ever and ever. So there's an infinite number of solutions that won't work, but there's an infinite number of solutions that will work. All right? So you need to have a good understanding that there are lots of answers that are good and lots that are bad. Okay? So now, real quick, if I put a red dot, let's just say on this dotted line right here, is that guy going to be an answer?
Yes.
Oh, sad. What did we just put over here? What's that word right there?
It's not equal. Oh, no.
It's not part of the solution, right?
Wait.
Okay. So if it's on a dotted line, it is not an answer. If this was solid, now we're rolling. Those can be answers. But if it's on a broken dotted line, it's broken. Okay? It is not going to work. Okay? Yes, ma'am.
So, is the blue part of the solution? The blue dot?
No, that's just where we graphed.
Okay.
That was our starting point. So
Oh,
just to
okay.
get points going.
I get
So
it
we
now.
graph. Okay? But regardless, he ain't going to be an answer, is
Yeah,
it? Because
it's
he's on the dotted line. Okay? All right, anybody else have a question there? Okay, I want you to drop straight down. We're going to go to the next one and do this one first. All right, so how do we graph this? Link, you're up first. What do we do?
So it'll be -3, so down 3.
Good. Okay, so we're going to start down 3. A slope of -1 over 2, Tessa.
So you would go up 2 over 1, or down 2 over
Tessa, you're killing me. What's your top number?
1.
Down
1
1.
over 2.
There you go.
Okay.
Down 1 over 2. Okay, and then go the other direction unless you got a ruler. Go ahead and go the other direction. Okay, now is this going to be solid or dotted?
Dotted.
Dotted, so just make kind of a hash dotted line there. All right, and I went ahead and marked our start point because I just want to make sure you have a good understanding of this, okay? So when we talk about shading up and shading down, it's all based off this start point. Here's our start point. This says y is less than. So where do you think you shade off this point if I'm saying less than?
Down.
Down. Your options are up or down. That's it. Up or down. Okay? So if it's less than, you need to start shading down. And when you start shading down, that means you shade all of this down portion. The whole part. Okay? So shading will always take up one side or the other, just depends. Okay, greater goes up, less goes down, okay? Now, this only works as long as your y's out front, okay? So you need to make sure that your y is leading. Always y equals mx plus b before you start graphing these, okay? All right, and on our next one here, we're gonna slide across.